Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm the audiologist here at Audiology Associates. We upload new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time, so please consider subscribing. Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching that earwax removal compilation video today. So we have two patients in this compilation. The first one here, very dry earwax, so quite hardened up. Patient was struggling a little bit with their hearing, but also with the sensation of feeling very full, pressure as well in this ear canal. So you can see we just tried to use the standard size Zollner tube there, but not really budging this this wax at all, because it is very thick and quite tough stuff. So we're just using the Jobson horn now just to go over the top of this wax, just trying to push. You can see as we're trying to push into it there just how thick and firm this wax is. So as we pull, you can see the wax mainly just stretches and folds over itself. So we're just going to try and move that out of the way, just so we can get to the section behind. Now I can see there's a little gap here at the top, not quite big enough to get the Jobson horn in yet. So I'm going to keep trying to pull downwards and forwards into this wax to try and bring it out of the canal a little bit. It's got a very hard edge to it, so quite a hard outer shell, but the inner side is very thick, sticky stuff. There you go. We've managed to get into the gap there and pull forwards, but as you can see, it's just more folding the wax over on itself rather than actually bringing it out of the canal. So I'm trying to push into it and pull down at the same time, which is then going to pull the wax away from the top of the canal wall, but also to bring it out towards the front as well. Aiming for that gap again, there you go, see just pulling down slightly until I'm trying to fold this back section forward so I can get a good bit of leverage behind it. Really stuck to that right canal wall, so just working down the right side now, just freeing that up a little bit. Also just starting, you can see the front end there is not detaching from the main bulk of wax, it's all staying really firmly attached together. So just there. Now there's a gap starting to appear top right corner. There I can see it now a little bit more. You can get behind it now, so we've managed to get work behind that sticky piece of wax, working its way out of the canal. There we go, it's starting to move. Now it's starting to fold over again, you can see there, look. So it's starting to roll, so it means there's a little bit more still attached further in. So just get behind that so you can see the whole thing lifted, but you can see there's almost a tail of wax still entering the canal there. So we've got a little bit more to go behind now. A little bit of dry skin there to the right side, which hasn't helped. You can see it's actually fallen out of the ear there, so just bring it back up. You can see how long that piece is there, just trying to get a grip on it. There you go. And there's a little flap of dry skin here to the right side. So I'm just going to pull that down. Just trying to shear it off there at the entrance to the canal. There we go. And get a good look at that drum. There we are, looking nice and healthy in there. So you can see that how long and stretched out this wax has become. This all came out of one ear. So you can see how thick that plug was and just how stretchy and sort of elastic almost that wax was. So this is the second patient now compilation. So this patient's come through a quite blocked up sensation in both ears. Hasn't had the best of experiences in the past with earwax removals. Recently had some done abroad and using a Jobson horn, and really caused a few issues in this ear canal. A lot of pain for the patient afterwards. So very nervous patient coming through. Didn't want me to use a Jobson horn at all if I could possibly help it, because he'd had such a bad experience. So we're sticking with the standard size Zollner tube here. A little bit difficult because the ear canal, the cartilage and the skin around the outside of the ear canal start to become quite loose and has collapsed in on itself. So we've got very narrow entrance to the canal. Lots of dry skin here as well at the entrance. You can see that there's been sucked into the machine. That's actually a layer of dry skin that's lifting from the canal wall. What we tend to find with a lot of patients these days, it's such a long wait for the NHS here in the UK to get, well, certainly in this area anyway, to get wax removed by suction, that a lot of patients are resorting to use a lot of olive oil to try and soften this up, and lots of lotions and potions. A lot of the time that will actually over moisturize the canal wall. you get these long strips of skin then starting to detach. So we've got a hard piece here that's at the entrance to the canal, so you're having a little bit of difficulty getting it out. I would normally go in with a Jobson horn and lift this, but because we tried to promise the patient we would only use it as a last resort, we managed to get this out. You can see we've got a much thicker, harder, deeper piece here further in. So we just picked a little chunk of wax up there as we entered the canal. So we just need to try and find a nice soft portion of this wax so we can get a good hold on to them with the suction. See, it's not, just struggling to find somewhere to grab. And now we start, there you go. There's a good grip. So we've managed to get hold of that now. Bring it to the outer part of the ear canal. We're going to have to kind of wrestle this out a little bit. Lots of wiggling going on here to get this out of this canal. Bit awkward because, as you can see, the suction will sometimes catch on the skin, which is very flexible and floppy here at the outer part of the ear canal. So it's trying to catch hold of the wax, but not the skin itself. There we are. There's the eardrum. Now this section, what we can see at the entrance here is a pocket of skin. So where the canal wall skin has come out, it hasn't detached from the canal wall, so it's formed this pocket, almost like a little sleeve of skin on the outer part of the ear canal. So that's what we're going to need to remove first. So you can see where the skin's actually concertinaed up here at the top. See, as you pull it, it stretches out. So this is excess skin production at the entrance to the canal. So we're just taking this away now using the standard size Zollner again. We're going to need to clear this out because if you imagine trying to aim for the center of this pocket here, this sleeve, that's all you're going to do is pucker the skin up into the suction, which is what's happening here. So we have to get rid of this. Now look at the color difference. When we start to lift this up, you'll see this is dead skin, but then you'll see the pink skin underneath, which is actual healthy skin. Whereas this is all very dry, almost gone like a borderline kind of leathery consistency where it's hardened up. There, see the pink skin underneath? So that's the skin we should be seeing in the canal, but this is just a layer upon layer of dead skin on the top. Just pulling away on that outer part of skin there. Thank you to everybody who's been letting us know that they've been getting some advertising at the beginning of our videos. Apparently YouTube has changed some of their rules so that when videos like ours don't qualify for advertising, they are actively trying to seek out advertisers who will put advertisements at the beginning of videos like ours. So I presume that's where it's coming from. I saw that on YouTube the other day. And as you can see, we're trying to get, sorry, flick back to the wax. As you can see, we're trying to get a hold of this deeper piece of wax, but there's a flap of skin that keeps coming down in the way. So as we get a grip on it, the suction is pulling that piece of skin in, which is stopping us from getting a good grip on this chunk of wax here. So we need to try and work this out while we're just wrestling with this. Update on the audiologist. Unfortunately, guys, we still haven't found an audiologist. We are still working on it. We thought we had, we almost, but fell through at the last minute. So we're still working on that, so bear with us on that one. We'll still keep trying to get the videos out as often as we can for you though. So just rolling this piece of wax now down the canal, trying to get it out of this entrance here. You can see we're starting to get to the back section, lifting up. There we go, out he comes around the corner. You can see a long, thin section of wax there. A little bit broke off in the entrance, so we'll get rid of that piece next. A little tiny blob of olive oil on the camera lens there, which we'll get rid of in a second. Let's try and get rid of this piece. So try to pull the top section down. There we go. You see little tiny hairs embedded in here. That's just from haircuts. One deep section now pushed against the eardrum. So we're going to work this left side of the canal there. Pull it away from the canal there. Unfortunately, that skin sleeve is still continuing further in, so you'll see it's just the remnants of it here, a couple of little stray pieces of dry skin. Pulling down from top and left canal wall. Not going to come away with suction very easily, so I'm just going to use the crocodile forceps here just to try and take the worst of it away. Obviously, when it gets to the end where the skin is starting to attach to the canal wall again, you don't really want to pull too hard on that skin. It's just going to cause a tear, which will probably start to bleed. So we're just going to take the worst bits away, just to give us a bit of an angle to get into this last piece of wax. You can see it. It's really frustrating when you get these kind of little flaps of skin that appear. But we're just starting to get a grip. There we go. See, that's the top section of the wax now coming away. That was the piece that was jutting out towards the front of the canal. Just got to aim for this back section now, the section closest to the eardrum. So I'm going to aim quite low to pull it out of that groove just in front of the eardrum there. There we go. And out, it's all starting to move. Got to reposition now. There we go, just folding the top section down. There we are. It's on its way. There we go. We'll take a look in there, and there's the eardrum there looking nice and healthy. Brilliant. So this is what we removed. So you can see lots of different color variation in here. You can see the long strips of skin as well in there. So that was those pockets that we removed. So yeah, on the whole, quite a bit in those ears. Thank you very much for watching our video today. If you did enjoy the video, then please like. If you're not subscribed already or you'd like to do so, you can click the subscribe button here. If you'd like to check out some more of our videos, they're also up there. Now, if you want to follow us, you can do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also check our website if you want to know a little bit more about us. As always, guys, until the next time, take care.